We need to choose our women wisely, brothers. We need to choose our women wisely. And women, you have to choose your men wisely. I see this shit a lot, man. I see this shit way too often that guys, I don't think we use our brain when it comes to choosing the women that we're dealing with. I don't think that we're putting any time or effort or thought into how we choosing these women. We rather choose our women off her beauty, off the size of her butt, the color of her skin, how much money she make or some shit. But we ain't really thinking deep into it, because this shit get deep, my nigga. You just can't pick anybody. The person that you choose to be with, that woman that you choose, that man that you choose, can either be life or death. And that's real shit, life or death. It can either bring you life, add to you, multiply you, or it can take you down. Death, subtract.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could...
Please just tell us the story. Please stop singing it so offbeat. Just tell us the story. Please just tell it. Just speak it. You don't...
By the way, guys, she's not reacting to that video. I found this video separately. She's reacting to something else, but I put it in because I thought it was funny.
I'll have to sing it. Please.
If you ever get ghosted by a person you just slept with, give me their number. I'll call them and tell them we just found your body and that they're the last known person to see you alive.
But women are not petty. No.
Rather be led on or ghosted?
Let on.
Let on.
Ghosted.
Let on. Ghosted.
I'd rather be ghosted.
Why?
Fucking hey, oh my god, I would be hated to get
ghosted for real. Who wanna waste a whole bunch of time? That's all you're doing if you're getting led on, like, so it's best to be ghosted, bro. Okay.
ghosted.
Oh. Be led on or ghosted?
Ghosted by Barry.
For real. It's definitely best to be ghosted. If you say let on, that means you ain't really doing nothing.
I got ghosted so many times, guys. I don't care. Ghost me.
Ghosted for sure, because getting let on is just stupid. It's a waste of
True.
time.
True.
Absolutely.
It's a tough one. Being
On to the next. Just ghost me. I don't care.
let on is like, it's just a fat tease. It's a big old blue ball.
Yeah.
Since my sound is trending on TikTok, I decided to give you guys the true story behind the song I wrote about men called Ew.
Ew.
First of all, I did not write this song about all men. I wrote it about 4, but the theme was common. They all ghosted me back to back.
But women are not emotional. She wrote a song about it. About 4 guys that ghosted her. But women are not emotional. No.
Within like a matter of 2 months. To be fair, I regularly get ghosted by men, but these 4 were special because these 4 were idiots. Idiot number 1, Will, ghosted me after...
No, ma'am. Those 4 hurt you the most. That's why you made a song about them.
I wouldn't hook up with him after our first date. Idiot number 2, Matt, ghosted me after I found out he had a girlfriend. Yeah, idiot number 3. Thomas, a male photographer, ghosted me after I posted photos on Instagram taken by another male photographer.
Wait, I have to burp.
And idiot number 4, he who must not be named, ghosted me after hooking up with one of my friends. The song technically isn't about these guys, however, ew is referring to the nausea that creeps in once I start to catch feelings for fuckboys.
Did you hear that detail, guys? She catches feelings for bad boys. Of course.
That sound like that's your fault. Like, that's a you problem.
And the bad boys ghost you, and she doesn't learn from it. I can bet whatever you want, guys. She is still going after the bad boys.
To listen to ew, click the link in my bio.
I've been ghosted once in my life. I asked, hey, I tried to send him and I asked, hey, why did you ghost me? Don't do it, because you know what? I didn't get any answers.
Of course you didn't get any answers, man, because that guy knew that you can't handle the truth. That's why we ghost, because women can't handle the truth.
Absolutely.
And they get emotional. So it's better to ghost.
Nothing. You know what I did afterwards? I literally changed my phone number, and sometimes when I lay in bed I think about that and I think, wow.
Can you see? She's still hurting, she's still thinking about it.
Oh, Liz, that was an embarrassing moment in your life.
This is why you keep getting ghosted or unmatched by girls on dating apps.
Number 1, you keep texting her because you want the validation that she likes you.
Like, bro, are you using dating apps just so girls will message you back and you get replies? Or are you actually trying to get...
Don't be desperate, guys. It doesn't matter if that's the only girl you're talking to, if that's the only girl you've talked to in 2 years. You don't want to seem desperate. Just act like you're talking to 100 girls, even if you're not.
Dates. Number 2, when you ask her out, you do it the wrong way. We should hang out sometime. We should definitely meet up.
The problem with this is not a concrete plan, and you're actually putting it on her to set everything up, and she's just not going to do it.
Instead, you should explicitly ask, do you want to hang out sometime later this week? And if she says yes, then you say, awesome, let me get your phone number so we don't have to message on here anymore.
And number 3, my favorite, your first message is kind of creepy.
The key is you don't want to go over the top and say some weird shit like,
yes, don't use pickup line, guys. They don't work. They don't work. If that girl, if that woman likes you, it doesn't matter what you say. Just don't be creepy. Don't use pickup lines. Just say, hey, how are you? That's it. It worked for me. It worked for me all the time, guys.
you're a smoke show. You also don't want to do something too basic and just say, hey, how are you? It's better.
For me, that worked. For me, listen guys, maybe it's just me, but if a woman really likes you, she doesn't care. Just try to not be a creep. For me, that worked very good, and I've talked to over 1,000 women, guys. Over 1,000 women, and it worked just fine. It's basic, yeah, so what? Who cares if it's basic? You want me to say some corny pickup line? No. Hey, how are you? Most of
honestly, it's best to stay basic rather than trying to do this extravagant stuff. Just be cool, be yourself. Don't do too much. You're gonna win in the end.
Respond, most of them. But that depends, guys. If she likes you, they answer. If not, you can do the most intelligent, the most clever response. It doesn't matter. If they don't like you, they don't like you. They won't respond.
Better to do something a little bit flirty and cheeky, but that also shows you're a normal dude. So for example, hey Julia, I like your style, or...
No, for me that sounds corny, guys. That's just my opinion, you don't have to listen to me, but to me that sounds corny. I like your style. No, it sounds corny to me, guys, sorry.
Hey Julia, I'll be honest, you seem like trouble.
Shout out to all those
That's
people
lame.
You seem like
that's super lame. Don't try to. Oh, don't say you look like trouble. But do not say that. Man, that's extra lame. Don't say either one of them. Don't be like, hey, I like your style. Well, you can say that. I like your style ain't too bad. He said, but you seem like trouble, bro. Do not say that.
Well, so that implies that you can't handle her because she's trouble. No, it just sounds corny to me, guys. Hey, how are you? That's it. It's so simple. It's so simple.
on Hinge. You talk for like 5 seconds, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, I don't really use this app. Let's follow each other on Instagram." And you're like, "Okay, cool." And then you message them on Instagram. You're like, "Hey, it's Petunia from Hinge," and they're like, "Hey, how are you?" Blah 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 blah. Talk for like another 5 seconds, and then you just like stop talking, and then you just like randomly ghost follow them for like 2 months. And then you're on Instagram on like a Sunday night and you see random people playing golf on your feed. And you're like, who is this Chad guy?
That's the problem. Who is that Chad guy? That Chad guy is way better looking than you, ma'am. That's why you've been ghost following him. That's why you stopped talking, because he doesn't care, because he has a lot of women, he has a lot of options. He's not that interested.
And then you stalk him and you're like, oh, Chad. Deja vu. Then you're like, do I unfollow this person? And then you just ghost follow them for another 2 months, like randomly fire react to your stories.
Because of course, because you like how they look, of course, because they're way better looking than you. Yeah.
Internal validation, so you just keep following them.
Validation. What did I tell you guys? Validation. They all seek validation.
And then 2 months later, there is a photo with a girl on the beach, but only the back of her head. And then like 1 month later, there's a photo of her face. And then you decide to unfollow them.
When you've been ghosted...
Of course, when you see he's happy with somebody else, of course you can unfollow them.
And that person all of a sudden comes back into your life,
Yes.
you could become a little bit more blinded because it feels nice that person came.
If a woman ghosted you and then came back to you,
You better not take it back. Woman ghosted you and came back, bro. Man, you better ghost her, you hear me?
you're stupid if you start talking to her again. Of course, if you just want to smash, go ahead. But if you think you are a priority to her, my man, I have to tell you, you're stupid.
Back. Yep, definitely be careful if you've been ghosted and he comes back into your life. I do feel that if you go back into it like nothing, and you could run that risk of them doing it again and be hurt by it again.
Okay, so I've been ghosted. I was meant to be on a date tonight. Approximately 48 hours ago, I messaged being like, okay, where should we go for a drink? I actually even suggested somewhere. They wanted to do the whole let me cook you a meal at my place thing.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've all been there before. We ask for the bare minimum and someone gets nervous. But
Another woman talking about the bare minimum. I still can't understand what does that mean. What does the bare minimum look like? I don't get it, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you know the answer to this.
I'm actually laughing because I'm stoned. This is the point I've got to in my life. It's 8 o'clock and I've been lying around in bed for half an hour. I don't even think toddlers are in bed at this time. The first thought I had was, oh
That's the highlight of our life, guys.
my gosh, if I get my Thursday evening back, I'm going to catch up on some sleep. And I'm genuinely
This is just sad. Sorry, guys, but this is just sad to me. I know some of you like that stuff, but this is just sad.
so happy about it. So let me just go to bed right now because, wow, what a time to be alive. I am living. This is living.
Oh, I'm pissed off today, lads.
I'm pissed off today,
I'm
lads.
pissed off.
What happened, ma'am? Did you get ghosted?
I've been ghosted by a guy that asked me to give him a second chance after ghosting me last year.
What did I tell you, guys? If they ghost you
That's
once
exactly
before,
what we just said, bro. If they ghost you once, do not take it back. Because you obviously a second option.
and you let them back into your life, and you expect to have a relationship with that person, you're stupid. You're stupid, and it's all your fault. It doesn't matter what excuse she has. It's your fault.
I don't understand ghosting at all. Like, why? If you don't want to hang out anymore, if your situation's changed, if you...
It's simple, ma'am. Let me put it this way. He smashed you, then he ghosted you because you're not girlfriend material. But after a while, he got bored one day and he was thinking about you, and he thought, oh my god, let's see if I can smash again. And he contacted you again, and then he ghosted you again. It's so simple. What's not to understand?
just not feeling it, then say, it's not even the fact that he doesn't want to hang out, it's the fact that he's just ignored my message. Like, we hadn't spoke for 5 days, and we'd arranged a date for Friday, so I just messaged and said, I assume Friday's not happening. I didn't, no response.
How long do you wait to know before you got ghosted? Let's talk about ghosting for just a second, shall we? What ghosting means isn't that you went on one date and you never heard from the person, or that you had a couple of dates and they just never text you. That's not...
Yes, a lot of you guys told me that that isn't ghosting if I just talk for a few days with a woman and then I ghost her. But a lot of women say that that's ghosting, and a lot of women say that's not ghosting. So I don't know what ghosting is, guys, but I'm just reacting to videos about ghosting. That's it.
Not ghosting. That's just somebody that isn't interested in dating you any further.
Yeah.
What ghosting actually means is that you have been seeing somebody and everything was completely normal. You were talking, everything was great, and they dropped off the face of this earth. You literally never heard from them again. Or if you hear from them again, it's months and months and months down the road, not just a week or two later. So with that being said, you know that you got ghosted because you never hear from this person again. Everything was completely fine. You guys were normal. You thought it was all kosher, and then bam, they fucking disappear. And the thing about ghosting is it's very, very impersonal. It's not about you. Listen, somebody cannot want to date you, and that's totally fine, but their inability to communicate that effectively with you doesn't say anything about you. It says everything about their emotions.
Yeah, ma'am, it says that I don't care. That's it. I don't care.
Emotional maturity and kind of lack thereof. So if
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
seeing somebody and they decide that they're going to ghost you, it's a fucking favor that they're doing for you, because that just shows you that they couldn't even have the bandwidth to have a conversation with you or even just send you a text, and that this is how they handle confrontation.
Yes, ma'am. And we ghost women because they can't handle the truth. If I tell you why I don't want to date you anymore, you will just get emotional and start asking 1,000
That's how we
questions
do
that
it.
I don't want to answer, that I don't have the time to answer.
Confrontation. If this is how they handle that, yikes, doesn't really leave much for the rest of the relationship.
Ghosting is okay. Ghosting is absolutely okay. Ghosting is a communication.
Can you see, guys? So certain women say that even if we go on a date and I ghost somebody, it's ghosting. Others say you have to be in a relationship. Some say ghosting is okay. Some say ghosting is not okay.
I don't want to be with you. All right. You know what? I'm glad you didn't waste my time. I'm glad you moved
True.
on. You couldn't find
True.
the words to say it. I'm
Move
glad
on.
you found a way to move on. Instead of staying and wasting my time.
Yeah.
Factual.
What they're saying is, I don't think we're compatible. You don't want what I want.
Yeah.
We're not on the same.
I
That's
saw
a
the red
whole
flags
fact.
and I
Well,
ghosted
hey,
you.
man, that's the end of the video, man. Tell me what y'all think about that video in the comments, man. Leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button if you ain't already subscribed. If you like content like this. And hey, be safe out there, King. See you guys next video. Let's get it.